let's give it the beans. Put it pedal to the metal. Woo! That's awfully nice. All right, we've got the 2025 Ford Bronco behind us. This is an Outer Banks model Sasquatch with the optional wheels. This thing is looking awesome. It's 77,000 and about 600 roughly Canadian, so a lot less than American, but we are going to be verifying. This is sort of the full review with Marie in the vehicle, so you get two perspectives, the husband and the wife's perspective. We got Layla in the back, so we'll get her, the baby perspective as well. So let's see if this is a family vehicle, and let's see if the 2025 has Ford listened. Is this better than the 2021, or is it just same-o with no improvements? Watch to find out, but right before we get started, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn bell notifications on so you don't miss any of these reviews. So let's jump in and check out everything. Comfort, seating position, handling, acceleration, sound of the exhaust, the technology, everything. So first of all, we finally got those painted tops that we want. We've got this very interesting color that we've got here. You still have the LED signature lights on models. They're all LED lights for night driving, so they work really well. They perform extremely well. You got this top. Highly recommend the running board. Bilstein shocks underneath. Marie here. The baby in the back. We've adjusted the seat, and Marie still has,
like, I would say an inch.
an inch left over.
Yeah, so you won't fit there.
I won't fit there. And we've got, finally, we have an Outer Banks with not weird colors, no like off colors like the brown and what was it, brown and black, or brown and dark blue. We had gray and dark blue.
Beige.
Yeah, beige.
Yeah, so this one is real dark gray. I love it. You have the silver there. So yeah, I think it all fits together. We
got the black seats we always wanted in Outer Banks. The Outer Banks we always liked because of the painted handles and the painted side view mirrors. And we've been, many Ford owners and Ford fans and reviewers have complained that the dash was, cheap plastic. Well, now that they've thrown this on the 25 Outer Banks as well, let's get started because Layla likes it when the vehicle moves. So we've got a nice digital touch screen here. And we've got the 12-inch screen that is standard on all models. All models get that 12-inch screen. It is a great touch screen. I like the 12-inch screen behind the steering wheel. Let's see how this drives, how it sounds. That's a new sound. Our 2021s and our 2023 never sounded that good.
Yeah, no, not that good, but I don't know how to call that, but that particular sound that a Bronco made.
It growls.
Yeah, that's fun, but yeah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, no, it growls. This thing sounds great. So, Marie, why don't you hit, well, let's just quickly talk about technology. We've got not lane centering, but lane keeping. We've got automatic brights and lows. So at night, your highs and low beams are going to be done automatically. I'm really liking the technology on this. I find it's just perfect. I don't like being forced into paying for more technology. You've got automatic braking, sort of like it'll help you avoid having as bad of an accident. So if you're not noticing watching the road, it will detect that you're about to have a collision. So it's going to prep the brakes, and last minute will actually do some braking up to about 38 kilometers an hour. That'll slow you down if you never even hit the brakes. So good, really good standard technology without going over the top. And the system is great. It's not a nanny system that kind of, slaps you on the hand and turns off the radio when someone's in your blind spot. So blind spot detection being standard on this. And it's not going to be a nuisance. It's an aid and not a nuisance. It's not an annoying nanny system. So it doesn't cut the radio. And I noticed, and Marie as well, I think we both noticed about the radio sound system, definitely better than our 2021s. So let's, Marie, you can stay tuned, folks, because we're gonna go do some highway driving. We're gonna go get some gas and then do some highway driving and show you what this sounds like and drives like at highway speeds over the bumps. And we'll be right back, folks. All right, so we're on our bumpy mountain road that we always test vehicles on. Bumpy mountain roads, very important to test how the suspension on a vehicle is gonna perform in the worst conditions. Marie, what do you think?
Still comfortable as or old 2021, so the seats still the same for me. I don't know if they changed something, but if they change it, it's for the better. It's not worse. It's exactly like when we were driving 24 hours to go down to Florida. I would do it again with that car.
Yeah, very comfortable. We drove 22 hours straight, slept 45 minutes in the seats even, and really great comfort. The sound system has been improved. The dash has been improved. The technology has been improved. You know, 12-inch touchscreen, 12-inch screen behind. Sounds more like a Bronco Raptor now. That's pretty cool. The exhaust sounds really good. And we'll find out. The suspension, I'd say, over the bumps so far, it's as good or better. Do you notice now our 2023 was a wild track with the Fox 3.0 suspension? We had paid extra for that wild track to get the Fox 3.0, almost a Raptor suspension. So in between the Raptor suspension, which is like Fox 4.0, and the Sasquatch suspension, which is made by Bilstein. Do you find a big difference? Do you find it a lot harder, softer, same with our 23 wild track with the Fox 3.0?
I guess, I'm not sure, but I would say the wild track was a little bit more comfortable, but it's not that far from this one.
So if someone was buying a Badlands and they had the option to pay extra for the Fox 3.0, you don't feel like it's not a requirement?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, Badlands would be...
Let's check this bump out here. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic over the bumps. So 48, 49 kilometers over some kind of ridiculous bumps, especially ridiculous when the goal is all about saving carbon. Why are they throwing out speed bumps, added stop signs everywhere when it's really not needed? Odd thing. So take another one of these speed bumps. Layla's not complaining in the back. She's not saying anything.
It's not that bad. It's not like we were in a small car, but comparing to the F-150, we feel it more.
We feel it more, but we would have totaled the Shelby GT350. We would have bottomed out the oil pan, and we'd be. If you keep driving with no oil, well, then you blow the motor. So let's see if we take it slow. 37. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and at the same time, I really love the feel of the tires that we have with the Bronco. It's not like when you're in a small car or an F-150. I really love the Bronco thing that you feel the road, you feel the tire. I love that.
Yeah, and the Bronco, you've said so many times, you love how it has such a small turning radius that it's so easy to park, so easy to navigate in a parking lot.
It's the best feature, I guess.
Yeah.
To me.
It's a great city driver.
Yeah, I really love that. It's easy to park because of the turning radius. Something you don't have with a smaller SUV sometimes, and with the F-150, so it's totally a different world with the Bronco.
Absolutely. Now we're about to go take it out on the highway. Just want to mention, you get the Outer Banks with Sasquatch package. Well, great. You get rear locking front diff, which you'll need if you do severe off-roading. You've got the rear diff that locks. You've got trail turn assist. That's when one of the back wheels, the brakes, the caliper squeezes the disc to help you turn, kind of like almost like on a dime, turn like a tank. And you can also, you've got the button to turn off traction control, but if you want to be able to turn off or disconnect the sway bar, you'll have to get the Badlands model. But I'm loving the new design. Ford has really listened. They're not forcing off colors that not everyone likes when you go with the Outer Banks. So I love the fact the interior's black and silver, looks really sharp. Stitch dash looking really sharp.
Yeah,
you've got
beautiful
padded roof here, but let's go find out on the highway what Marie has to say. And what I have to say about, you know, is this quieter than our soft tops? Is the padding on the roof really resolving all the problems? you know, this windshield is not quite at a 90-degree angle, so it's definitely going to pick up some wind noise, but let's find out in just a moment. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, turn bell notifications on to not miss the real deal on vehicles and to make sure that you don't get fooled. So we really say it as it is. We definitely feel the road, by the way. The bumps, we're feeling them, but it's not, you know, hurting. We feel jostled, but there's not much body roll. It's just the whole vehicle moving together.
It's like a sport drive.
Yeah, sporty truck feel. All right, let's go jump on the highway. All right, let's give it the beans. Put it pedal to the metal. Woo! That's awfully nice.
I love the sound.
Accelerates great, brakes great, sounds incredible. So yeah, you're talking just off camera there, you're saying that you really like how the Bronco in the dash, it's textured, kind of like as if, almost looks like there's a sticker there.
Yeah, the Bronco letters, I don't remember in which Bronco we put stickers. With this, it's like a print, looks like a screen. Looks good. We won't need the sticker anymore.
Yeah, they made all sorts of they've made several little adjustments to the inside that make a big difference. And one major adjustment, the gauges that a lot of people complained about behind the steering wheel, it's now the 12-inch digital that people love in the F-150 and people loved on the Bronco Raptor. So they've definitely incorporated things that people liked. At 90, wind noise is fine. We don't have to have the radio on. We can talk and hear each other, but let's kick up the speed a little here. Let's go up to a speed more people drive. So let's say 110 kilometers an hour, or about 72, 73 miles per hour. How do you find it?
We hear the wind, but just a little less than a soft top, but it's almost the same. Just a little less. What do you think?
I agree with you, 100%. And my only concern would be with the soft top, we can kind of easily have that convertible action, whereas here, that second, it's great if you don't want your kids to get any sun, but if you do want the people in the back to get sun, that one piece, you're probably going to leave it at home or use up a ton of trunk space.
Yeah,
if you're willing to not use the back seats, at least put down the 60-40 split. You'd have to put down like the 3/4 of the seats back there.
But at the same time, this roof is painted, so you cannot put the other parts on the top of the other.
You cannot stack them. So still a big time soft top fan. We've driven through, well, we live kind of up in a bit of a mountain, and sometimes the wind comes in the winter. It's like -30. There's a really strong wind, and we never had trouble with the top. No snow. We've driven through
no water in it.
Wild rainstorms driving in North or South Carolina. When we pulled over, we got back on the road. There was like 10 cars that had been blown off the road, and
didn't see anything. It
our
was
top
crazy.
was fine.
Yeah, so for the difference of sound, because it doesn't make a big difference, I would say I would love a soft top because it's easy to remove.
But I find this looks better.
Yeah, I know you love the look when it's painted. You really love it from the outside.
I take it green with a black top, painted black top. I think that would look the best, but let me know which Bronco you think looks the best. What would be the Bronco that you buy versus the Bronco that you think looks the best? Maybe they're the same. And also comment, and another comment, drop the comment, what color would you take your Bronco? Let us know what you think of the Bronco. Let us know which model you would take, and also drop a third comment of what color would you take your Bronco? What's the best color in your opinion? We want to hear from you folks.
And what's impressive with the Bronco, for the space that we have when we have a baby back there, and the seat took a lot of space, as you know, if you have seen our other videos with other cars recently.
The Ford Maverick, the Explorer ST.
Exactly. I was stuck on the dash like that, just 1 inch that I have for my knees. But what makes the Bronco more comfortable is that I don't have that weird bump at the end of my feet.
Yeah, the angle at the end of your feet, you have to have your...
Yeah, it was like I was stuck like that in the Maverick and the Explorer, but in the Bronco, it's a little bit less bump.
Yeah, your feet are flat.
Yeah.
Your feet are flat on the ground.
Not that flat, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
Compared
okay,
to.
So a bit of an angle, but not the extreme angle of the Maverick, or even less angle than the Explorer. So you're more comfortable in this than the Explorer ST.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Because the Explorer ST looks like the ultimate kid carrying machine.
Yeah, it looks bigger. You have 7 seats, and you think it's just bigger, and you will have so much space.
Yeah, 6 or 7 seats.
To have that many seats, you need to be. How can I say that? I have less space in the front too, I guess.
Well, it will be a lot easier once the baby seat is no longer a rear facing and it's a forward facing, but we should only do that once she's at least 2 years old and like about 30 pounds. So we're still about 6 months away. So hopefully, we truly hope this has been helpful. We'll do a quick little conclusion outside as we return the vehicle and get back into our Ford F-150 Tremor, catch our long-term reviews of the 2024 Ford F-150 Tremor, and we'll be right back, folks. All right, so let's talk about the suspension. This Bilstein suspension is fantastic. Very little body roll, great at taking the bumps and the spring potholes. Absolutely fantastic. Love the look of the Bronco. I would order it with the steel bumper though, and I'd also order it up with the Raptor style running boards instead of the more plasticky looking ones here. I do really like these wheels. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And the technology was great. We had heated steering wheel on this, which us in the northern climates, we absolutely love having that without having to go out with a full tech package. Let's just take a quick look at that. End of day fun. Let's go check out this rock I didn't see because it was lower and I wasn't focusing on the front forward facing camera. So that's what we ate. And let's check the Bronco's meal. The Bronco ate this rock, but thankfully I've got the steel bumper, so not so bad. The plate, skid plate is popped out of place there, but nothing too serious. Great to have the keyless entry here. And the keyless entry, you just put your thumb here and it'll lock the doors, or your hand in the handle, it'll unlock the doors. You got the, so lock or unlock, blind spot detection, electric seat, not mandatory, but nice to have. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, heated rear window. No wireless charge pad, but not necessary at all. We've got the plugs right behind there. You've got your windows set up here, your mirror adjustments. This way you can take the doors completely off and enjoy. Love the interior colors. You got your hero switches up here, locking the front diff, rear diff, trail turn assist. Fantastic. So yeah, really like the vehicle, highly recommend it. Not too much to complain about, really. Hard to find anything to complain about. They've really got the exhaust down pat. The exhaust note is incredible. Doors come off. And stitching on the seat looks good. Leather's great, but you can also go with marine grade vinyl, save some money. It'll do the job. Let's see here. Oh, this clears now. Good job, Ford. You listened to the customers. So no hitting the rear view mirror when putting down the sun visor. Good job, Ford. Excellent work. Loving the new Bronco 2025. I'm saying new Bronco, and it's not new, but there's so many nice little things changed that we can call it new.
Now don't go away yet, because we covered the best for last. Let's go over the most important question. Should you get a new Bronco, a used Bronco, or not get a Bronco at all? Well, I think it's pretty simple. A Bronco is absolutely worth getting. It's one of the best SUVs on the market, and it is my favorite all-time vehicle, and I've owned over 80 vehicles to my name. So I've got a little bit of experience, and we try a lot for the channel here, and I must say the Bronco is 100% worth it. However, should you spend the extra money for a 2025. The price has gone up considerably since they were first announced in 2021. Our Bronco Badlands, which was great, 2021 was like 63,000 Canadian, and now the price are 64. Now the price is about 75,000 Canadian to equip it similarly. But cars across the entire market have gone up dramatically, and I must give it to Ford. I gotta say, Ford did a great job that even though they didn't switch the model, we're not onto the new model year, the new generation. We're not, this is, what is it, Gen 6 or something? We're not onto the newer generation, and Ford put in a lot of improvements like we saw. The stitched dash, because while us buyers and owners, we complained that it was pretty plasticky. They put in the 12-inch touchscreen. They put in the screen behind the steering wheel. They improved the sound system. They've made the tops quieter. Now they still make noise, but there's a lot of improvement for, a year-to-year over change. So I think what it really breaks down to is, do you save a lot of money getting a used one? And if you have to finance at a high interest rate, you're not going to save that much money, in which case, if you're financing, I would recommend leasing or buying new. But if you've got the cash, consider that old one. But do make sure that you're fully aware of the differences between the older model and the newer models. And if you're going to pay cash, yes, go all the way, save the money on used, but make sure that it has been well maintained with regular oil changes. Look underneath the vehicle, make sure it hasn't been damaged while off-roading. And let's face it, the EcoBoost engines from Ford are absolutely incredible. They've got amazing torque on the low end. The 6-cylinder performs better than any V8 on the market that I can think of, well, at least a naturally aspirated V8. But if those oil changes haven't been done regularly and properly, if they've kind of been cheaped out on, you might be getting yourself into a world of hurt. So do consider that. And remember, if you're going to finance, well, the difference in interest rates, you're probably going to be better off getting a new one anyways, or do consider leasing, because these hold their value quite well. And at the end of your lease, you might get a pleasant surprise. It's probably going to be worth more than that buy it back price. So in the meantime, I wish you all more cars and more power. Thank you so much for watching. And please help support us by dropping a comment with your Bronco experiences. It would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, I wish you all more cars and more power. Drop the comment finisher. Thank you so much, folks. Until next time, Godspeed.